Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to ChiefsBlitz.com YouTube podcast with your host, Nick Athan, Andre Tillman, and producer Hense Todd. They'll break down the three-time Super Bowl champions as only they can do. Here's your host, Nick Athan.
Welcome back to another edition of Chiefs Blitz. This is our YouTube podcast. For our podcasters, please subscribe to our page. Got to get our numbers up. The goal is 1,000 by the end of the year. That is our goal. I'm going to have some nice surprises coming up, and we're really excited about what's coming up on the Chiefs Blitz podcast. I am joined by the senior Lou Montagna.
Yes, senior.
Coach Dre's got his signature cap on today. Not like his ego needs to be stroked any more than it already is. But Andre Tillman,
That's
welcome,
right.
my friend. And Hense Todd, producer extraordinaire, the man who puts the show together. Welcome, guys. It's been an interesting 48 hours in Kansas City. A lot of rumors. A couple of new players are going to be active this week, and maybe an old friend's going to come back as well. So first and foremost, welcome, guys.
Let's go.
Great
Red
to be
Friday.
here. Let's get into it.
All right.
Chargers coming to town. Let's go.
All right, I'm going to take care of a little business first. First up, I want to thank Dave Purdy with Supreme Lending. He is our news sponsor for both the website and for the podcast. Dave is a guy who's going to get you a fair mortgage. There's a lot of ups and downs. It's not an easy task to find someone you can trust. But I've known Dave Purdy for decades. And if you're looking to see if you can qualify for a loan, whether you're working for a business, a company, or you're self-employed, give Dave Purdy a call on his cell, 816-405-5831, MLS number 7496. Again, Dave Purdy, Supreme Lending, 816-405-5831. And on that note,
Pretty good.
I also want to introduce Eric Haynes. He works with SunWest Luxury with Keller Williams here in Kansas City. He is also coming aboard as a sponsor. We'll have some more information about Eric. I've known Eric for decades as well, and excited to have both ends of the mortgage industry represented with ChiefsBlitz.com. Hey, got to pay the bills, guys. Got to do things we got to do, but these are great people who are huge Chiefs fans. You're going to hear from both of them, and we'll have some more information on these guys coming up here beginning in the first week of November. So with all that business out of the way, Mecole Hardman is back. Charles O'Menahue is back. Frank Clark might be back.
And it feels
It's all home week in Kansas City.
And speaking of that, man, Mecole Hardman, this is his chance to shine. You got to shine. You got to shine. You got to come out and ball, man. You got to. I know that hearing this story from of him and his surgery, and of him not having been sick and having not feeling in his leg for 10 days, but
that was rough.
You know what I mean? Welcome back, man. What you think about the pickup, Nick?
You know, I was on a radio show in Iowa, and I said, I don't see it. You know, I don't think it's a good fit. And lo and behold, 48 hours later, you know, they had made the trade. So regardless of the compensation, you're talking about swapping a 7 for a 6 in 2025. Who cares? It's pretty meaningless at this point. But, you know, I think the Chiefs looked at the landscape, the Justin Watson injury. He was really their only speed because MVS, I don't know what's going on with MVS. I don't
Invisible.
Know. Yeah,
he's invisible.
He's invisible at this point. It doesn't look like he's putting forth the strides that they need offensively to get down the field. So Justin Watson was that guy. Now Mecole Hardman becomes the fastest guy on the team. It allows him to be a decoy. Obviously, they cut Montreal Williams, which I thought was a mistake. But hey, I don't make those decisions. He's going to be the return guy. He's going to help the offense. He knows the system mostly, and the jet sweeps and all those things. This will allow Kadarius Toney, I think, to kind of play more of the role they'd envisioned for him when they thought they'd have both these guys on the field. But for me, listen, it's a safe move. It made a lot of sense. I've got no problem with it. Obviously, they weren't getting DeAndre Hopkins. And all you guys, the Chiefs aren't trading for DeAndre Hopkins unless he's willing to take a significant pay cut. They're not going to get anybody else of significance because these guys are just too pricey. Mecole Hardman was the best option to fit with the cap, and he knows the system, and I'm fine with it.
Most definitely. I'm fine with it too. Again, he's a deep threat. You know, that's something Kansas City didn't have. Like you said, Nick, he fit the offense. He fit the offense, and he knows the injury system basically. So
yep.
Good move, good play. I like it. I don't see no issue with it. Just catch the dang ball. Just catch the dang ball.
I love it. I love it. I love him coming back. You know what I mean? This is a player that I felt like he should have came back in free agency. He thought he was going to get a better deal out there, but on them jet sweeps. But this time, you don't have Tyreek Hill. You don't have all them other stars here. This is your time to shine, and then you still under contract. This is still your contract year. Maybe number 12 is going to be lucky 12.
Right.
You know what I mean? For you wearing, and we're going to have to see the best Mecole Hardman, because he was on the road before he got hurt. And you guys out there that's bashing the Jet, man, we haven't seen Mecole Hardman and Kadarius Toney on the field at the same time. You know what I mean? At the same time, not even like for a full drive down the field. We haven't seen that, but just imagine. You know, we got Rashee Rice at the X. You got Kadarius Toney in the slot. You got Travis Kelce at tight end, and also you got Mecole Hardman at the Z. That can be a scary offense. It can be a scary offense. What you got to say, Lou? You've been wanting to say it. Get it out, Lou.
It all sounds amazing. And I think maybe we have short memories or whatever. I'm not against the move. Nick said it was a safe move, and it certainly is. Punt return, kick return. It's still an adventure when the ball's in the air. You don't know if he's going to catch it or it's going to hit off his helmet or whatever. But when he does catch it, it can be electric. A couple of things struck me that, and I think Hense mentioned it, was during the presser, he sounds more mature. He looks more mature. And I think having gone through that experience where it really scared him, like football might be taken away. I can't move my legs.
Right.
And I think he grew from that. Now, I don't know what the hell happened in New York, what they were thinking when they signed him, and then they never put him on the field. I don't know how many snaps he was playing, but it was a pretty low percentage. So it'd be interesting to hear what that backstory is. But in terms of him fitting in the offense, they're going to have space for him, right? You just hope it doesn't take away from the younger guys. I think yesterday on our group test, I said, hey, maybe he takes MVS's snaps, right? And he lights a little fire under Tony's butt to kind of get him going, where some of those jet sweeps that Tony's getting, we give him a Mecole, because that game against San Francisco, he looked like, he was sticking his head in the fire on some of those runs, and he scored, I think, 3 touchdowns that day. So, yes, I'm positive about it, but I'm a little tempered as well, because again, he wasn't always, does he know the offense? You think he does? He wasn't always on the same page with Patrick, but he will have a role. I think it's a positive thing. Just, I hope the maturity gets him on the same page with Patrick and he can make some plays downfield.
Yeah, I listen, he had his shortcomings in the understanding of some of the routes and some of the plays, but he made enough big time plays in clutch situations.
Absolutely.
He tore his groin for a key third down conversion in the Bengals game that led to what I call still in the top 2 or 3 passes of Mahomes' career that led to the touchdown to MVS, where he was sliding on his hind side. And I think I think again, it's safe. It makes a lot of sense. He is more mature. You could tell it. That's the first thing I noticed. He seemed like, you know what? I went to the other side and it wasn't all that great. And the players weren't all that I thought they were going to be. And the system wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And I'm healthy and I'm not playing. And they need wide receiver help. They need wide receiver help in New York. They need a stretch the field kind of guy. And So
it was green, but not greener.
It wasn't greener. That's right. So listen, I think he learned a few things, and if he plays well down the stretch, he could get a contract from the Chiefs. MVS won't be back next year. There's no question in my mind about that. And Tony and Sky Moore and Rice, and Ross, they're still going to get their time to develop because we're technically still in the preseason until we play the Dolphins. Andy Reid's working on a lot of things, and now he's got another weapon. So I say go for it.
I'm going to say this. It all comes down to trusting.
Mm-hmm.
Trusting. I feel like Mahomes trusts Mecole Hardman more than anybody else besides Travis Kelce. I do believe that Mecole has gotten a whole lot mature. But at the same time, it's still production on the field. I still got to see.
Yeah, you got it. You got to produce.
You got to produce. So, again, I'm excited because, like I said, he's a deep threat. Even if he just go out there and just run a streak route, he's still a threat. So, I believe that right there is going to open up a whole lot for Travis Kelce and everybody else. So, to me, good move for Kansas City. Under the cap or whatnot. So, I like the move.
I love the move. And speaking of trust, let's get into the Chiefs versus Chargers game because can you trust the Chargers coming out here to put on a show, or can you trust them to choke? What you got to say about this? Let's go ahead and start it off with Lou. Go ahead, Lou. Let's hear what you got to say about this.
Can you trust the Chargers to choke? I mean,
look at that.
I can't see your graphic right now. I know I've been taken up for Justin Herbert, and I'm taking, I guess, a little bit of abuse for it, but I still say he's a really good player. No, the thing that over the last few seasons, it seems like Mike Williams has been the Chiefs killer, right? For one reason or another, he just saved his best for the Chiefs. He hasn't played. He's not going to play the rest of this season. So who's going to fill that spot? Keenan Allen isn't going to threaten you too much down the field, but he's probably going to do some damage over the middle. Is Josh Palmer going to do it? Again, I think he's got the skills, the ability, but I don't think he's quite the big body that Mike Williams is. Plus, the Chiefs' defensive backs are like night and day compared over the last few years. Trent McDuffie's still PFF #1. If you subscribe to PFF's rankings or if you believe in them, he's #1. So they're pretty damn good. Yeah. So again, are the Chargers going to charger? They seem to play a lot better against the Chiefs than any other team in the NFL. Right. So I can see it being a close game, but I think the defense is a little bit different this year. Theirs, because they're worse, and ours because it's a hell of a lot better. So that's kind of where I'm looking at in this game.
Well, listen, I'm gonna say this. Herbert and them Chargers always give Kansas City the run for their money. It always comes down to the last play. And I'm gonna say this.
Right.
I think this Sunday, the Chargers are going to get the win against Kansas City. It's gonna be a tight one. I think Chargers gets it. I believe they do. But at the same time, like you said, Lou, McDuffie's playing out of his mind right now. He's playing out of his mind right now. And Snead and Watson. And Watson, to me, is playing great football. He is playing some good football right now. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be tough for the Chargers, but I love the matchup because you got Allen. You got the rookie. You got two legitimate players. Going against our legitimate players. And when I say legitimate, I mean good. Because none of these guys are great yet. So I'm going to say good. But at the same time, I'm going to say this. This is a big test for both of them. For both secondary and the offense, right? Because, like I said, Herbert going to light it up. Herbert is going to light it up. He's going to light it up.
Stop it, sir. Stop it.
All right.
Come on, guys. Listen. You think Herbert gonna shy away from throwing the ball?
You doing too much, sir. You doing too much. I don't know what pancakes and eggs you ate this morning.
I eat pancakes and eggs, sir. I'm a vegan.
Whatever you ate, what coffee you drunk. But he said I'm a vegan. Just like the Chargers, they are vegan. That's why they over there choking.
Ring that bell. Ding ding.
What you guys say? What you guys say about this? What you guys say about this? What you guys
say this? I mean, Tom Hood, one of our followers, made a great point. the Chargers have never faced a Chief defense this good, and that's going to be a problem. And that's the thing that all these teams are finding out. I mean, let's go back a week and look at Russell Wilson. He actually wasn't playing god awful. He was moving the ball. His passer rating was relatively high for him, and the Chiefs just destroyed him. And what's different about this Chiefs football team, and again, we're introducing Charles Omenihu into the lineup now. This defensive line is playing the best I've seen. Again, I'm going back to the '69 Chiefs. This is the best defense that Kansas City's had since then. And you just look at what the Chargers have to face. It's not the same defenses that Justin Herbert has had success with. It's not, and even though the Chiefs beat him twice last year, that defense is nowhere close at the level of this year's defense. That's the difference. So it's kind of hard to look at the trends and the comparisons that we all look at when we say, well, it's always a 7-point game and Herbert always plays well. I mean, he struggled at times against the Cowboys defense. He struggled against the Vikings defense at times. And I think that it's going to be more difficult considering the pressure that's on them, what they're 2-3. Their head coach is on the hot seat. Probably if they lose this game, might be the first head coach fired this year. And Brandon Staley deserves to be fired. He's got a talent. If Andy Reid had this team, they'd win the West. And they'd probably win 14 or 15 games.
If Bieniemy had a Chief.
If even Bieniemy, there's too much talent. Losing Mike Williams hurt. Keenan Allen, to me, if he's available next year and the Chiefs want a modest, if it's a modest price, he always kills the Chiefs. He
killed Marcus Peters.
I mean, he did kill Marcus Peters. And if he hadn't gotten injured in that wild overtime game without Smith doing the comeback, bottom line is this. I don't think the Chargers really know what they're facing this week in the Chiefs defense.
True.
And I think I don't think they're gonna dominate Russell Wilson style. But if they choke, it's going to be because they put pressure on Herbert. And we saw when you put pressure on Herbert and you collapse the pocket every single time, he either throws a bad pass, doesn't have enough time, tries to take off and run and get stopped. So that's the key. And the Chiefs have the horses to create a lot of havoc on Justin Herbert, who I think is a average quarterback.
Well,
oh my God! Here we go. He's average.
I was waiting
for the very end. I just couldn't wait. I had to throw it at the very end.
Choking would suggest that maybe that they're in the game and it's close at the end. But I think the biggest difference, I think not having Mike Williams is going to be a big difference. And for the Chiefs offensively, I don't get upset that they're not making huge plays and making highlight plays. The thing that, if I do have a concern, is the red zone. And again, I'm going to keep saying that, and we'll probably keep saying it all year. And it seems like every team is having difficulties, but that's an offensive line area. You've got, maybe you just, hey, we've got the 3 best mashers in the league in the middle. Let's just lean into that a little bit more. We keep saying, it's the wide receivers, it's this, it's that, it's the other offensive line. Let's lean on those guys, run Pacheco up in there. Even Jet McKinnon, he'll stick his nose in there, no problem. Right. So that's the concern offensively that I have. The other stuff I think is going to happen, just red zone. Let's get touchdowns instead of field goals, and we won't have to worry about the Chargers choking because the lead will be way too large by then. And Justin Herbert, I guess, won't be able to bring them back.
Listen, guys, can we stop? Listen.
I want to get you guys' opinion on this. Let's say for some reason, in some other universe, they're not able to swing the trade with Buffalo and to move up and get Patrick Mahomes. They are able the next year to move up ahead of Miami or whatever up with Miami, and they took Justin Herbert. Do you think with Andy Reid, the weapons that they have in Kansas City, the culture that they have, that he would be a hell of a lot more successful in Kansas City than he is in that mess in LA?
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you what. Michael Vick Y'all remember Michael Vick? Remember he was in Atlanta. He was using his legs, right? The greatness of Andy Reid turned Michael Vick into a pure pocket passer for the time being. So there's no doubt in my mind that he can turn Herbert probably better than Mahomes. If he's playing with Mahomes, took Mahomes' spot right now, Herbert be the best quarterback in the league.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. You don't know where Mahomes. Okay, hold on a second. To be fair, you don't know where Mahomes lands.
Yeah.
You know, he could land with another offensive genius and have some similar
Sean
success.
Payton.
And again, that's my point: is where you land makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, the quarterback.
How good was Tua before McDaniel got there?
Tua was pretty good.
No, he wasn't.
He was pretty good. Come on. In college, he was pretty good in college.
Y'all know Tua wasn't that good.
Okay, he was good in college, but when he got to the NFL, you wouldn't say after a couple of years, they're thinking, well, geez, we screwed up. We should have taken Herbert. He's trashed. Let's go get Deshaun Watson. Let's run him out of town. This kid is no good. McDaniel gets hired and he embraces the guy. We build an offense for him, and here we go. And now we're talking about him as a potential MVP candidate.
So we're talking about coaching. So Kyle Shanahan,
you can't stop preaching.
Hold on now. You stopping me from preaching. All right, you stopping me from preaching. Now listen, Kyle Shanahan. You see that?
Ever since he put that hat on, come on.
Listen. Now let Coach Dre eat, man. Let me eat right now. So listen, Kyle Shanahan to me is a phenomenal offensive coach because he adjusts to what he has. Right, it's all about adjustments. Right, all about adjustments.
Stop it, sir.
Over there in Miami, again, Lou, I give it to you. He tailors to his quarterback, right? Because of his strengths. He tailors to a lot of motion, a lot of short dig routes. I get that. Phenomenal, right? Let's go to Herbert real quick. Herbert has the same skill set almost as Patrick Mahomes. But big arm, can get open, can make plays on the run. Same caliber player, right?
He's a bigger guy too.
Bigger guy too. So if you look at it, I believe he can probably be just as close and probably be better. Can we agree? Okay, let me ask you this: who got the bigger arm, Patrick Mahomes or Herbert?
Physically, I think they're on par. I think where the difference is, and where no one really saw this coming, is the intangibles that Patrick brings. Where Herbert, I think, is a more cerebral guy, really quiet. Mm-hmm. He's not, he's just started. I think when you hear the players talk about him now, since he signed the contract, I think he's been a lot more vocal. But again, it's the intangible part. But again, he's had he's had like 3 different offensive coordinators. Again, I'm not making excuses for him. But just the point is, where you land, who you land with,
that's right,
makes a lot of difference. And I think if he'd have landed with Andy or Shanahan or any of these guys, we'd be talking about him in a much different light.
Absolutely.
Okay,
so what we're saying is the coach is the problem. The coach is the problem.
So here's the issue.
Okay.
The issue between the two, we can look at the circumstances, we can look at the coach, we can look at the team, we can look at the talent. At the end of the day, Justin Herbert is what? 24-24 or 27-27?
27-27.
27-27 as an NFL starter.
Yeah.
Okay, think about that. Okay, so now you look at Mahomes and you look at all these records and all these wins and all of these things that have gone on in his 6 year career, in his 6 years as starter. And to compare Justin Herbert to Pat, hold on. To compare Herbert to Mahomes at any level is just preposterous. It makes no sense because he doesn't have the court awareness that Mahomes has on a football field. He has a better head coach. He's got a better system. But I will argue that when the Chargers are healthy offensively, there's not a more talented offensive team from a player personnel standpoint in the AFC West than the Chargers. That's why everybody loves them. That's why everybody picks them.
Absolutely.
And you take Mike Williams out of the equation, and they're not the same offense.
I would never compare. I'm not comparing him to Patrick. I think,
but a lot of people do.
When we're talking about how good a quarterback is and so forth, it's almost like you have to take right now at this stage Patrick out of the equation, because it's never going to be
but no one does
on the same par.
It's always Tua is a better quarterback.
So when we say he's 27 and 27, what the hell would the Chargers be without him?
It doesn't matter. They haven't won anything.
Probably not 27 and 27.
No AFC West. No playoff win.
Absolutely
nothing. The guy is an average quarterback, as his record indicates.
In the AFC West, he's average, right? But again, if he were on the market, trust me, 25 GMs would be on the phone saying, what's it going to take?
He signed a friendly contract for no reason.
Take out Travis Kelce. Take out Travis Kelce, guys. Take out Travis Kelce from Mahomes. Are we having the same conversation?
And they had Tyreek.
Okay, that's not. I don't think we want to have. We don't want to have that conversation comparing one against the other. That's not.
I mean, come on. We talking about talent. We talking quarterback for quarterback.
That's not the basis of this. The basis of this is again, whether the opposing quarterback this week is a really good player, and I think he is. I don't think he's been in a very good situation. Plus, he's in the same division as the best player on the planet. So again, he's never going. It's going to be difficult for him to kind of surpass that. So let's see who they hire as their next coach. Hopefully, Kellen.
They've already got it. It's going to be Kellen.
Hopefully, Kellen Moore
can
get a little bit more out of him.
Church is over, Luke.
Listen, Luke got a good point, though. Luke got a good point. No, hear me out. Luke got a good point. It's about coaching. Andy Reid can make anything. Like, Andy Reid is like Jesus, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can turn anything good. Like, Andy Reid he's just phenomenal, right? Look over here with the Chargers. Their coach is so dumb to football. Like, he's just stupid. He's just dumb.
Wow, right? Let's not get carried away. I mean,
come on. That's not.
He's not a good.
He's not a good head coach.
Now I don't agree with.
He's the offensive line coach.
Well, I'm agreeing with him on this one.
Yeah, they don't. He's not a good game day coach. He doesn't understand.
Go for it on fourth down.
Look at one of my favorite coaches of all time, Marty Schottenheimer. One of the best regular season coaches in NFL history. Yeah. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Right. But in the postseason, you coach differently. You watch Andy Reid. He coaches differently. It's on the head coach to position his players in the postseason to find the right plays and have success. It is not up to the players. In the regular season, the players run the show. They get you the wins. They get you the losses. Sometimes the coach makes a mistake. But if you don't have the ability to switch from regular season head coach to playoff head coach, and the Chargers don't have it, and to be fair, I can think of probably 25 to 26 teams in the NFL that don't have that head coach that can do that. And fortunately, the Chiefs have, a once-in-a-generational quarterback.
Yeah, they do.
And that's huge. Now, Patrick has shown that he can play any style of defense. He may struggle, but he always adjusts. Justin Herbert cannot adjust like Patrick Mahomes can.
I agree.
That's the difference between these guys.
I agree.
And I sit here and I listen to these national pundits who anoint him as the second coming of quarterbacks, and I can't take it anymore. I'm done with it. It's just he's not as good as people are giving him credit for.
Right.
He's probably going to win Sunday. I'm probably going to eat all my words Monday. But I'm telling you guys, I've been around a long time. I've seen quarterbacks, that have a lot of talent. I thought Phillip Rivers was going to be – no, seriously. I thought Phillip Rivers was going to win multiple Super Bowls. I loved Phillip Rivers. I loved his attitude.
He got the attitude and the grit.
I loved him punching Chiefs players, in the game. I loved everything about that guy. I think he was great for the NFL. He was great for the Chargers organization. They chose him over Drew Brees. That's fine. That was their decision. And I would have made the same decision, 10 times out of 10. Even in retrospect at the time. So listen, the Chargers have always put together really good football teams. They just don't have the execution from the coaching box.
There it is.
Kellen Moore has made no impact, zero impact in making this offense any better than it was last year. And that's a big problem. Now he'll be the temporary head coach, but they need to go out and get a winner And the problem is the Spanos family will never spend the money to bring in a Sean Payton or an Andy Reid and pay him $15 to $18 million a year. And that's what it's going to take. So this is going to be more of the same if you're a Chargers fan. I'm off my soapbox. The floor is all yours.
I'll put it like this. That they choke, but it's the main person that makes them choke very hard. And that guy, his name is Killer Trav. He kills the Chargers every freaking time. And it's just Killer Trav. Killer Trav, they cannot stop him in big moments. Even though Darren James, he's matched up with him very well.
He suplexed him.
Yeah, he hit him with a Stone Cold Stunner. But other than that, Travis Kelce still got out, was not counted out. But other than that, you got Killer Trav. He always kills the Chargers in the big moments when they want to come back. And he's the reason why they choke. Because it's Killer Trav. What you got to say about that, Luke?
Derwin has bad dreams about Killer Trav, okay? I mean, the last couple of games in regulation, in overtime, is he matched up with him every time? Probably not. But, I mean, we talked about, Derwin James, all these names of the guys they have on defense that, again, you think – well, he's this great player, but you just don't see the production on the field. And their defense right now, I think, is as worse as it's ever been.
It's 25th in the league.
You get a couple of,
that's horrible.
Khalil Mack makes his season in one game against the Raiders with 6 sacks. Joey Bosa, he seems like a shell of his former self. I don't know. Maybe he turns it up on Sunday, but I doubt it. So it's really hard to watch from that perspective if you were a Chargers fan. But Travis Kelce's got number 3's number.
Man, Travis Kelce's got everybody's number in the West. He got everybody's number, man.
Yeah,
when the game's on the line, Travis Kelce is going to eat guys, and that I can honestly say Travis Kelce is clutch. I mean, the man, when it comes to big moments, you can count on Travis Kelce, hands down.
When the lights are
that statistic. Think about that. 5,000 yards after catch.
5,000 yards.
5,000 yards.
After
the point of contact with the ball and the man, he found a way to get 5,000 more yards. That's just I want to know what the running back. I want to know what the record is for wide receivers. So somebody in our crack staff or somebody listening on the show, let me know what number it is that he can be the all-time. I mean, because clearly it's not going to be
absolutely
yards
not.
After the catch, not going to be a running back.
Well, but
I want to know what wide receiver has
just in total yards. He ranks up there with wide receivers over the last 5 or 6 seasons. So it's got to be up there. It really is. Yeah. So that's why every time people start talking about a number 1 receiver in Kansas City, I said, well, they have him. I mean, it's just he's just not going to take anybody over the top. But everything else, he's going to catch every ball that comes his way. He's going to make the plays. He's going to make a first down when you need it. He's going to score when you need it. So
he's the king of intermediate. Hey, look, Travis Kelce is the king of intermediate routes. Like them in between.
Yeah.
Them hitches. Yeah. What? We're not talking about Madden, sir. We're not talking about Madden. We're talking about real life football. But Travis Kelce is phenomenal, man. Like you're not gonna find another great tight end like Travis Kelce. No. He reminds me of a lighter version of Shannon Sharp.
I'm
Shannon Sharp basically was a wide receiver.
From a numbers attitude, from a numbers perspective, and from an overall love of the game and commitment to playing hard. Right. And firing his teammates, they're very, very similar. If you haven't watched the interview with him and Travis, it was maybe a year and a half ago or so. It's pretty fascinating. But Travis is in a league all its own. I mean, listen.
Yeah, it's hard to compare.
5,000 yards. He's dating Taylor Swift. He's on top of the world.
You had to throw that in there.
Right. Let's go.
Man, I welcome the Swifties. Please, I want to find one of the best Swifties that we can interview, so somebody can explain to me this phenomenon, because I'm from the Elvis era. So, that's a long, long time ago. So it's just crazy. But no, man, he is living life as we all should. and you got to love it. And he will go down as the best tight end in NFL history, bar none. Even if he doesn't reach the statistical numbers that his body will probably give out before he's capable of getting. But man, oh man, you're right. We can talk about all these quarterbacks and all these head coaches, but number 87 and Travis Kelce makes the world a difference.
Always there.
Mahomes would not have the numbers of the career he's had to date if it wasn't for Travis.
Yeah. Well, when Patrick mentions the Travis routes, they're just on a whole different level.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just runs over. He just finds the open spot and bang. Patrick knows where he's going to be. So
he make it look so easy and so effortless. I'm like, are y'all covering this guy?
Yeah.
Then you can't play him man to man. You can't play man to man with him because he's too big.
It's so slow and too. It's slow. I'm like, dang, how you get beat? It looked like he's moving very slow.
Very slow.
Do you guys remember Larry Bird? You guys are probably too. Yeah, but Larry Bird, it looked like he's
Larry Bird now.
He's moving in slow motion out there, but somehow he got to his spot and put it in somebody's face every single time. But he just knew how to move and knew.
So he's the Larry Bird of the NFL. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
I agree. I
like that.
Yeah.
I feel like this. It's another Charger killer out there, and he's a stone cold, like he called himself, Steve Austin, Mr. Stone Cold Chris Jones. What you got to say about this defense coming into this Charger game versus the Chargers? What you got to say about this? Let's see. Should I go to Lou? No, I'll go to Nick. What you say about this?
Right. Hey, listen, I've been saying this for weeks. If you've been listening to the show, this is a phenomenal defense. And, you look at the film of Chris Jones and, he's got the freedom to go inside and outside. And if he sees a weak link, at guard, center, or tackle, in a key third down and long or second and long situation, that's where he's going to line up. You add up Charles Omenihu back into the mix. Mike Dana is playing out of his mind right now. He's got to be re-signed. He's playing. I don't know what's gotten into him. Maybe the light just came on after 3 years, but he has been impressive. Karlaftis has been impressive.
Late bloomer. Dana's a late bloomer.
Thank God, because he's been the biggest surprise of this defensive line. But the defense overall, again, it comes to passion and pride. They want to play well. They want to win. They want to dominate. I mean, I didn't think they could. I knew Russell Wilson would struggle, but I never thought they would shut him down. They shut down Trevor Lawrence. The Jaguars had the ball, first and goal from the 1.5 yard line and settled for a field goal. I mean, this team they're together. Steve Spagnuolo has done an incredible job, so much so, don't be shocked if you hear his name as a possible head coaching candidate. Joe Cullen has brought this defensive line to a level, again, I haven't seen since the Hank Stram era.
The unsung
He is
hero.
the unsung hero. He could be the defensive coordinator next year and watch out, because I think he'll bring a lot of different flavor to it as well. But they're young, they're aggressive, they're in unison. There's no backfighting. There's no that someone needs the credit. We've had a lot of that in Kansas City at times. We've had guys in defense who had huge egos that wanted to be the stars, and even on the offensive side of the ball. None of that's there anymore. And I think it's a credit to Brett Veach, who doesn't get enough love. Andy Reid and the coaching staff, even though Andy's got some of his buddies still on the staff, they're doing a terrific job. And when you have a defense now that is in the top 5 consistently, and you have Patrick Mahomes on the other side, I don't care if we win 17-16. I don't care if we win 20-18. It makes no difference to me, because at some point the offense is going to start lighting up the scoreboard again. And you know what the defense is going to be doing? The same thing it's doing right now. So major props to those guys. And whether some guys are playing in a contract year, Willie Gay, he's in a contract year. So you got to look at Ladarius Sneed. You got to look at Chris Jones, Mike Dana. I don't think that's it. I just think they've all bought in. They're having fun. Yeah. Right. And when the Chiefs defense comes on the field as a fan, what do? Okay, they got this. They're going to be all right. They're going to make a stop. They may bend a little bit, but ultimately they're not going to break.
I'm going to say this. The Chiefs haven't been bending a lot this year. They've been dominating. This
Right.
Chiefs team is different. They don't bend no more.
And plus they're getting Charles back too, number 90, and that's another
that's huge.
Chris Jones inside the middle. What you got to say about him coming back, Lou?
All right. So, I'm now the self-proclaimed king of Chief Who, right? So today we're going to do it in reverse. And this is Charles Omena Who. All right. So we've been talking about this guy like he's a second coming, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's a good player. Let's leave it at that.
He say he's good. Not the best yet.
Okay, here he is, 26 years old. He's from Rowlett, Texas. Nick probably knows him very well because he played in the Big 12 at UT. He's 9.5 sacks his senior year, defensive player of the year in the Big 12 his senior year, first team all Big 12 as well. 5th round pick for Houston, playing for his hometown team. He gets traded in 2019 to the Niners. I believe last year he had 4.5 sacks, 1.5 the year before. But the biggest thing why we're so excited is the versatility that he brings, because he's another guy that can play inside, he can play outside. And that is, I think, the secret sauce of Joe Cullen and kind of cross-training everybody on the defensive line to be able to do both. Because in pass rushing in English situations, if you see 95 and 90 lining up on the same side, it's curtains. Forget the quarterback better get the ball out very quickly, because one of those guys is getting to your quarterback. And as far as Jones is concerned, if Travis has his routes, then Stone Cold has his spot on the line, because it's fluid. Wherever he wants to line up on that pass rushing situation, he has the ability and the freedom from the coaching staff to say, okay, I want to line up here. And the other players, to Nick's point, they're not saying, no, this is my spot. No. Okay, we'll move. We'll make it work. Let's go. We know he's Sack Nation. He's the president. Let's go.
Yep.
So that was Charles Omena Who, and why we're so excited.
I like him. I like his upside. But again, Lou, what you was referring to is, just like Travis Kelce, man, you put that man on any part of that defensive line, that man's going to eat. He's not limited. That man can do it all on the defensive line. And that's rare, because he's up there with the Aaron Donalds. Like Aaron Donald's the same.
He's better. He's better than Aaron Donald.
I give you that. I'm a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger.
Not as far as size goes, but he's a better player right now, no question.
Different type of player for sure.
They both dominate in what they do and how they do it. But again, like Nick, what you were saying too, Nick, there's nothing that Jones can't do on the defensive line.
No, nothing.
I mean, it's different. It's like
now it's gonna be that's what I'm saying. Now it's gonna be more dangerous.
It is.
Plus, if they get Frank Clark the Shark back, you know what I mean? Frank Clark.
We ain't talking about old school. We talking about the young Titans right now.
If they get him back, also if they get him back and he come back and wear a number aging 0 instead of 55, he wears 0.
I like the number on.
I like the number. He come back and wear number 0 and be and coach up the young guys. But
there you go. I like that. Coach up the young guys.
Yeah. The defensive line is gonna look good. And speaking of y'all said earlier in the show, Nick said, "Oh, if I would have Mike Williams, not Mike Williams, but the other, what's the other name? The number 13 on the Chargers. What's his name?
Allen.
Keenan Allen.
Runner in the NFL.
If I get Keenan Allen, but guess what? You know who's going to be on Keenan Allen? That man, Mr. Lockdown, as Lou call him, Mr. Trent. What you call him, Trent?
T-Cuffs.
T-Cuffs. What y'all think about T-Cuffs versus this matchup with Keenan Allen? What do you think about that, Coach Drake? Go ahead.
This is my stuff here, guys. If T-Cuffs can lock down Allen route running is sick. It's phenomenal. He's going to get open. If that man gets, man, I'm gonna say this, man. If that man get at least 80-some yards against T-Cuff, man, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna look at T-Cuff any differently, because that's one of the best route runners in the game. But if T-Cuffs can shut him down, my gosh, man, more respect to him, man. I mean, because Allen is the best route runner in the league, and to shut him out, got my respect. He got my ultimate respect.
And also a lot of people didn't know that Coach Dre he scouted Trent McDuffie very well.
Absolutely.
Very well. That draft that year, he was like, "Oh, y'all need to get McDuffie. I need to get McDuffie. I need to get."
I think you might see Snead on him a little bit too.
You think a mixture of Snead with him?
Mixture of both.
Absolutely. Do you? I don't know. So this is just a side light, but do you recall during the draft?
Yeah, I was going to say that
when the Chiefs moved up ahead of Buffalo, and they showed a cutaway to the Buffalo Bills war room, and the Chiefs turned in the card for McDuffie. It was like, whatever. Whatever expletives. They ended up with Kyer Elam or whatever, and God bless the kid, whatever. But obviously McDuffie was the guy that they wanted, and it was that was so rare television. It was Thank
you, Tyreek Hill. Thank you, Tyreek Hill.
You seen the passion though, Lou. You seen the passion, the frustration because he is him.
Yeah, well, and they knew that.
Now we're gonna get to see, not to jump ahead of the schedule, but we're gonna get to see McDuffie versus, where he got traded, who he got traded for, with the pick to replace Tyreek Hill.
So wait. We are jumping the gun now, as Nick would say. Let's save it. But at the same time, do you think he's shutting down? Do you think he's gonna shut down?
All right, we'll save it.
Yes, I mark my words. I think I'm gonna get close to this camera. I think Tyreek Hill is going to get shut down by this man, Trent McDuffie, cuffed.
Lou,
words.
Lou person says it all. Lou, right?
Well, we got our headline. We got our headline.
Okay.
For the Dolphins show. But
I appreciate your passion, but again, we are talking about Tyreek. So
there's no way he's sitting down.
I gotta hype on my guy.
Just put pressure into his face in the game.
Easy now.
That's fine. All right,
right.
We gotta move on. So we're gonna get into the NFL picks, guys. Going around the NFL to close out this show. So who won their last week's matchups? Dre said
I did.
I guess what he said. Nick went on here. Even though the man say he got all the picks right. Man, the charge.
I didn't say.
That's very untrustworthy.
I was not part of the mix last week.
So
I bear no responsibility of success.
That was preseason, guys. That's preseason because
we may need to have a graphic for this segment.
Yes, I will.
Let's go ahead.
We'll do the graphic. We're working on it.
Yeah, and the accounting department has to get involved too.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, we already know the Jaguars and the Saints. Was a very interesting brand of football. So, Coach Dre, lead us down the list.
All right. We got Jaguars and Saints. Right.
That game was already picked.
That was last night. We're good.
I'll take Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'll take Jacksonville too.
Raiders and Bears. Nah, but honestly, though, right now, give me 1 second, guys, because this graphic threw me off. This graphic threw me off, man.
All right.
You got the Bears.
The ball cap. A little too much pressure.
You got the Bears versus
clowning.
Live TV, coach.
All right.
No problem.
I take over. You got the Bears versus the Raiders. Who you got, Lou?
I am going to take the Bears. No Jimmy G. I don't trust the Raiders on the road. I'm going to take even though they're starting the Division II guy at quarterback, I'm going to take the Bears.
Well.
What about you, Nick?
Let me go ahead.
I got the Bears.
Who you got, Drake?
Man, I the Raiders. I got the Raiders. Now I'm back home, guys. Give me a second. Okay, New England and Buffalo. Both sides. Who you got?
You see, I got my teams marked on here, sir.
We don't know that for sure.
I got the Buffalo Bills taking out the New England.
Nick, what you got?
I'm taking the New England Patriots. I think this is the most important game that Bill Belichick will have this year. I think he's going to have his defense ready. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think he's going to take all the cues from the Giants and how to beat the Bills. So this is my upset of the week.
Wow, with no offense. Okay, Lou, go ahead, Lou.
I'm gonna hang with the Bills here.
Me too. Bills all day. It's just Patriots ain't the same. I think Belichick might be leaving pretty soon. Anyway, we got Atlanta and we got the Buccaneers right now. The Falcons and Buccaneers. All right, Bowtie, who you got?
Oh, you see, it's in the green. I'm taking the Bucks to beat on the Falcons. I've been picking the Falcons all year because I like the team. But I take the Bucks, take this game.
You take the Bucks? Well, depends on Baker Mayfield. I get that. Okay, Lou, go ahead.
I'm going with Baker here. Give me Tampa.
Okay, Nick, you up?
Baker for door number 3.
All right, yeah, Baker. I'm gonna go with Baker because I don't trust Ritter. I don't trust him. Now, the biggest game of the week, guys. The biggest game coming up: Seahawks and the Cardinals.
Ain't no biggest game of the year. Stop it, sir.
Oh man, I'm stuck. I don't know. Cardinals, of course. All right, Lou. What you got, Lou?
Legion of Boom coming back. Seattle.
Nick, who you got?
I got Seattle too, buddy. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I get it. All right. Next game, Chargers and Chiefs. Who you got, Bowtie?
I got the Chiefs by 82 points. I'm just saying. I got the Chiefs winning 38-14 Chiefs.
Ooh.
By 82, the human joystick, isn't he? He's going in the ring. Going into the Ring of Honor. Sure. Let's do it. Kansas City all the way.
Yeah, Chiefs are gonna win. I got 33-21.
I got 21-28. Chiefs edge it out.
All right, good.
San Francisco and the Minnesota Vikings. Bowtie, talk to me. Who you got?
I got the 49ers. I got the 49ers taking this. They come back from the beatdown they took from the Cleveland Browns / the Elves. I got them coming back to take on the Vikings and knocking them out.
What? Oh, a Purdy? Oh, Joe Purdy? Okay.
Now the Vikings like kind of screwed up and won a game last week because I think they're quietly tanking. So I'm gonna go with San Francisco here.
Okay, Nick, you up?
I'm going with the upset. I think this is the Kirk Cousins trade me week. I think he's going to have a phenomenal game. I think he can play better than the quarterback that San Francisco faced last week. Now, the defense isn't as good. We're going to see what Purdy can do after a loss. And I would not be shocked if Kirk Cousins has that, maybe if I'm a team that needs a quarterback, I should trade for him week. So I'm going with the upset.
Okay, I get that, guys. I'm gonna take Joe Purdy. Okay, Lions and Ravens. Bowtie, who you got?
I'm taking the Detroit Lions, even though I don't want to pick them. I picked them on by accident on this list, but since it's on the list, since it's got picked,
we gotta pay attention, Bowtie. Okay, we gotta pay attention now because this is the big game of the week.
So you're.
I'll take Detroit Lions. The Liars. That's who they are. The Liars. They're not a real team.
Well, they did beat Kansas City. Hello. All right, Lou, go ahead.
Yeah, second week in a row on the road for Detroit. I love the Lions, but I just think maybe might be feeling themselves a little bit. First game, kind of with all the scrutiny coming down on them. Give me Lamar at home.
Nick, what you got?
Oh, I got the NFC champion Detroit Lions over the Baltimore Ravens, and it will not be close.
Woo! Okay. I got D-Town. I got D-Town. Okay. Here we go. We got the Browns and Colts.
I got the Browns. The Browns gonna take this game. The Colts, they lost Anthony Richardson for the year, and they got Jonathan Taylor back, but that ain't gonna do no well against this number 1 defense in the league, probably number 2 for the Kansas City Chiefs defense. But the Browns are gonna take this game.
Brown, Lou, talk to me. What you got?
The Browns are still the Browns. It's a roller coaster. I think last week was an anomaly. A lot of the weather, a lot of things were working in their favor. Even though it's Gardner Minshew, give me the Colts.
Oh, Cleveland. You said 15 miles away from you. They're going to come to your door.
The border's 15 miles. Cleveland's maybe 90 miles.
I would
Doesn't
be locking
matter.
The doors and the windows.
Give me the horseshoe.
Oh, hey, I get it. All right, Nick, you up?
No, definitely the Browns. They're going to go back to back. They're going to make this NFC North a little bit more interesting. And I'm on the Browns bandwagon. Their defense is going to shut down the Colts.
I agree with you 100%. I'm taking the doggy bowl. I'm taking the cats that want the doggy biscuits. I got the Browns. Okay. We got the Commanders and we got the Giants. Bowtie, who you got?
I'm taking the Washington Commanders, taking out the Giants. The Giants is in the dumpster fire right now. The Giants don't know what to do. The Giants should have beat the Bills, but the Giants just beat themselves. So I'm taking I don't trust the Giants. I'm taking the Washington here.
Okay, Lou, you up?
I'm on the Sam Howell EB train, man. Let's go. Commanders.
Okay, yep. Nick.
EB with a win. Washington.
I love everybody saying everybody giving EB his credit, his due. Man, I love it. I'm going with EB too. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers and the Rams. Guys, this is an interesting game here.
Be a good game.
Bowtie.
I'm taking the Steelers. I think the Steelers are playing good lights out defense. I think they shut down Cooper Kupp and what's his name? Puka
Pudding.
The Puka. I think they shut him down. You know what I mean? So I take the Steelers.
Kid is balling out, man. Come on.
Yes, he is. Unsung hero, I would say.
You better pick the Steelers very well, Lou, because they're going to take you out.
They're a little bit. It's about the same distance, just a different direction. But I'm going with the Rams. I love Puka Nacua. Cooper Kupp is eating them alive. I don't know what the Steelers are doing offensively. I don't think they know what they're doing offensively. Give me the Rams. Again, it's a home game, but I would imagine there'll be a lot more Steelers fans there than there are Rams fans. But I'm going to go with McVay's coaching his butt off. He's doing a great job. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Yeah, same here. I got the Rams taking it too. Nick.
Yeah, I got the Rams. I want to pick the Steelers, but I just think the Rams are going to squeak this one out.
Ooh, good choice, guy. Okay, here we go. Green Bay Packers and the Broncos. Don't all speak at once. Go ahead, Mr.
I'm taking Denver here.
Ooh,
taking Denver. I only some respect.
I may lose credibility here, but I'll never pick the Broncos in any game. So you guys can pretty much knock that down. So I'm going to go with the Packers. Give me some love.
Ooh, Pac-Man.
Love it.
Love.
Yeah, I want to pick Jordan Love really bad, and I don't want to pick Russell Wilson, but I think for the Chiefs to play a competitive game with the Broncos a week later before their fire sale, I got to give the edge to the Broncos. I thought defensively they showed enough. Offensively, I think this is Russell Wilson's last chance. So I'm going to give him some positive love. I'm going to choose the DB team.
Well, I'm going to go with my guy, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Surtain. I love both of them, man. Both of them is great talent in their own right. Oh, I got the Broncos. All right. Dolphins. Okay, Dolphins and Eagles. Both
game of the week.
It is.
The Chiefs is always the game of the week. Yeah, but I would go with it. I'm going to take – I picked the Dolphins here. Sir. I picked the Dolphins here, but that was on accident also. So I'm going with the Eagles to knock off the Dolphins. Go ahead.
Okay, Lou, who you got, Lou?
All right, this is going to be a bully ball game. Traveling up north for the Dolphins doesn't seem to work out very well. Give me the Eagles.
Nick, you got?
Yeah, Eagles aren't losing back-to-back games. This is a bounce back game for them. They were awful last week. Clearly should have won that football game. If they regroup successfully, this is the beginning of the toughest stretch of their season as far as opponents go. We're going to learn a lot about the Eagles. I don't think there's much to learn about the Dolphins. It's Tua, to Hill. The defense is average. The Eagles are going to come out and put some man love on the Dolphins and going to put the fins in the water.
Old school man love, Nick says. Well, I'm going to say this. It's gonna be a tough game because I like Tua, AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill. But at the end of the day, there's nobody in the league that can shut down Tyreek Hill. So I'm going with the Dolphins.
Besides Trent McDuffie, sir.
We don't know that yet, sir.
We'll find out soon enough.
That was around the NFL, guys.
On this show, he is T Cuffs.
T Cuffs is his name. Get it corrected, bow tie.
Yeah, I got it right.
Okay, man. Okay.
I'll get it right next time. So with that said, go ahead and shout out to people that commented, Joy.
All right. First thing you know, my guy Kareem, aka Joe Delaney. My guy, sometimes we be on different pages now. I'm gonna give you your due today, sir.
Yeah, I think he likes bow tie better than you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm saying that, but it's okay. It's okay. And remember, I didn't speak on Williams at all this show, so that's a plus. Vincent DiCarlo. Shout out to Vincent DiCarlo with his famous salsa. You know, he's a
picking up some salsa this weekend from him. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You coming through with the sauce. Okay. He's like, stick with the Chiefs, man, because he don't want to hear nothing about the Chargers, man. He said stick with the Chiefs. And I get you. I get it. And we got
contractually obligated to mention the opponent. So
yeah, absolutely. Okay. So we got Tom Hood. Tom Hood, diehard Chiefs fan himself. What up, Tom Hood? Appreciate the love too. Appreciate the love, guys. Let's see. Is there any more hidden Chiefs fans in here? All right. Oh, shout out to Chiefs Blitz too. Always commenting, always
commenting.
Showing love, always giving back and showing love, like we always do, guys.
I even cut my nails today, so it wouldn't be hammering on the keyboard there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You hear that typing in the back. That's Nick. He's going ham. So Nick, go with the hands. Go ahead and give out the sponsors again before we close out.
All right. So again, Supreme Lending, Dave Purdy. If you need a loan, whether you're self-employed or have an employer, you want to see if you can qualify. Interest rates are up and down, as we all know. There are a plethora of loan programs available. Dave is the master. You can reach him on his cell, 816-405-5831. And MLS number 7496 to get our legalities out of the way. And my buddy Eric Haynes also coming on board. Got to find the screen. Here I go looking for it. And here it is. Okay, with Eric, again, it's Sunwest Luxury with Keller Williams. He's going to be coming on the show as well. We're excited to have his addition. And, we just look forward to doing the show every week. We appreciate the sponsors. Also, a big shout out to Lynn Weird Wolf Schmidt. Had lunch with him yesterday. I settled my bet that I lost for the opening weekend of Detroit and Kansas City with Andre and Hense. Smokehouse Barbecue, thank you. We were loud. We had a great time. Lynn joined us. Lynn is doing all of our graphics over at Chiefs Blitz. We appreciate him so much. And
you had to wear the lion head.
Yeah.
Was there like a jersey? Did anybody have to wear a jersey or?
No, we all were in normal incognito.
Yeah.
We just kind of we were just ourselves. But Lynn,
we got to throw that in there for next time. Throw it in some stuff that somebody got to wear on the show also.
Also, all seriousness, Lynn, thank you for all that you do. You're
Absolutely.
a good friend. You're the number one super fan. You've worn that get up for what, 25 years now, and almost 25 years, and love seeing you on. You were on Jimmy Fallon on a Taylor Swift thing. My God, you're just a rock star. We're just blessed that you're part of the Chiefs Blitz team. So everybody, thank you so much. Please check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to our page. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers between now and the end of the year, so we can get you ready for the postseason and the Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas with the Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. I'm going to say it till it's not the case. But again, check us out at ChiefsBlitz.com. Check us out on social media at Chiefs Blitz, Facebook at Chiefs Blitz, YouTube at Chiefs Blitz. Just enjoy the ride. We're all having a good time. So Hense, Andre, Lou, thank you for your time today. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for volunteering to do something crazy, which is what we do a few times a week. And more shows are going to be coming up, so we're excited about that. So anyway, again, thanks to our fan base.
We're not getting paid.
What? No, I don't going that far yet. Hold on. Hold your horses. This is the process. It's the building step here.
It's the process. We gotta start from the root of two first.
Let's get the foundation down first. Okay.
This is an investment.
You might get a hat. You might get a hat. We'll see.
Yeah, hey, whatever.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Peace out, everybody. Have a great weekend. Go Chiefs.
All right, go Chiefs.